damn ball, RJ.
One of the best, if not the best, offensive lineman in this region. A potential 5-star if he has a really good senior year, which we all think he will, in Andrew Raym. He's a guy that's going to play offensive guard, center in college. I don't know that he has the length or the range to be an offensive tackle, but I've seen other people in Beatonbow's offense that I didn't think had that range turn out to be all-conference guys at offensive tackle. And if anybody can do it, it's Andrew Raym. You're talking about a guy that didn't play baseball for 3 years, walked out very first at bat, very first pitch of the season, and hit a 400-foot dinger. So, and he had, I think he told me 6 or 7 this year. So now he's a good player.
My favorite Andrew Raym story so far on the baseball diamond is the legged out triple. Because there's video of this, because my homeboy Caden McFarland, he got the video. It's out there. I need to post it to the channel because watching that big man get up, pick him up, put him down in such a great way, you're going, okay, I can see the athleticism. And this, like you said, he's a guy that projects his guard, center, not necessarily because he does not have the talent to play offensive tackle, but because his length, his reach is just it's just not there. Whereas you look at other guys like Noah Nelson, who has already committed to the 2020 class, and you kind of see the difference. But these guys that come to Oklahoma for the most part, they don't usually always play guard.
Nope.
Most of them play tackle and are asked, are you willing to be a guard? E.J. and Doma guard would be an example of this.
Yeah, well, Beatonbow wants guys that can play multiple positions. That's where he is best at in his coaching. He can get a guy that is a center and turn him into a guard or tackle when he gets to – I mean, look, Creed Humphreys wasn't a center, but he's one of the best, if not the best, in all of college football now, and that's thanks to Coach Beatonbow. I mean, he sees what a guy potentially is and can be, and makes that happen when they get to Norman. And Raym is a guy that grew up in an OU family. I mean, he told me, literally told me his sister was almost in tears meeting Coach Riley a couple of weeks ago. So he kind of got down there. It's on our board on OU Insider. Kind of stealthy, got down there because his sister was having a cheer competition a couple weeks ago. And they kind of called Coach Beatonbow. Coach Riley said, yeah, man, come on, we'll host you. Let's come hang out, meet the family. So he took an unofficial visit and hung out for a couple hours at OU and just sat in the office and talked and chilled and had fun. And some of his friends that are players down there. So OU is probably the leader, I would say, and I don't think he would deny that, actually. It's just not something that I've actually asked him because it's not really my place to – I mean, he's the one that needs to put that out there.
Right.
So, but look, you can't get any better than landing an Andrew Raym if you're going to land anybody. There's a reason why Michigan, Notre Dame, Alabama, Florida State, Georgia, all those schools are after him, and it's because he's a potential 5-star. He's going to be – I think he's close to being one of the top 50 players in the country, and he likely will be when this is all said and done.
So shout out to my homeboy Steve Bullard, who actually put this one to me after seeing the triple play. It's like, who needs Andrew Raym more, Skip Johnson or Bill Beatonbow? And I did not miss an opportunity to throw some shade. And I said, well, Beatonbow's going to develop him.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a little zinger. It's a little zinger. Still a zinger. But it is to say, I hesitate to say that dude is coming to Oklahoma just because I hesitate to say that any OK Preps is coming to Oklahoma. Right. But that said, let's speak on this as we've spoken on it a lot. We're making the rounds, right? Going to different areas of Oklahoma, and you're talking about what is this dude thinking about? What is this dude thinking about? How doing your own evals, right? You're getting lots of data. But the one piece of data that we both know about and we get all the time is Oklahoma really serious about OK Preps?
Yes and no. That is it's a 50-50 deal with Oklahoma. I mean,
and it really does depend on who you're talking to at that moment.
Look, they just offered Gentry Williams, who is a freshman.
Yeah, but I saw Gentry run that 47.
Yeah, but I mean,
Gentry's gonna be that dude. He can fly.
And I think they're gonna offer. I think Marion. Crap, I just went blank. Running back out of Marion Horn out of Broken Arrow.
Gotcha.
And then there is the transfer that just came in. Got to look at.
No, pull it up. Pull it up.
Yeah,
pull it up.
pull it up.
Pull it up. No, so to speak into your point, there are lots of players coming out of Oklahoma right now who can absolutely play Division I football. But the argument that we always have to have, and the one that everybody's tired of having, is it's not good enough anymore to be a high major caliber player.
Yeah.
Eli Williams at Sapulpa, high major player committed to TCU, right? Who was scooped up so quickly, didn't even have time to get the offer before he committed to TCU.
Richardson.
Right.
He's probably going to flip to Texas. Would be my guess. I'm not.
Right,
I'm calling.
right.
I'm calling it, but I'm not calling it.
But that said, we're having a discussion about, okay, Oklahoma is being extra choosy, and then you say, yeah, Oklahoma's been playing the last 2 college football playoffs in 3 of the first 5.
So
right?
they can.
Right, so they
If
can.
you're not, if you're Oklahoma State, it's a bad look. The optics are more. So Oklahoma can go in and kind of throw their weight around. Oklahoma State, unfortunately, and this isn't us bagging. Look, if you're an OSU fan and you're listening to this, we're not bagging on Oklahoma State. The facts of the matter are OU has won 4 straight Big 12 titles. They've won 13 of the last 19 Big 12 titles. They've been in 4 BCS title games and won 1. They have been in 3 of the last 4 playoff games, and they've been in, 12 or something BCS games prior to all this. So they have the weight to throw around and kind of be selective in the state, whereas Oklahoma State, them being selective is way worse of a look than OU being selective because of the optics of it all. And I mean, that's just how it is.
And that's how it's going to be for the foreseeable future.
Yep.
One of the guys that we want to talk about in particular were a couple dudes that you brought up. Not necessarily, one is an OK Preps, one is coming out of Arkansas. Let's talk about Brendan Walker for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And what do you see from the eval side of him?
He was actually not participating because he had a hamstring injury, but I've seen him before live a couple times. Long, rangy guy. Will be able to hold. He weighs about 225, 230 right now.
Okay.
He'll be able to hold, I say, 250, 260 in college. Obviously, he comes from good stock, being that his dad is a former star Denver Bronco, Denard Walker.
That'll help.
And Tennessee Titan. So he's got good genes. He is very, very smart, very savvy about how he does things. He is also a guy that, I mean, he feels a little pressure right now, a lot of pressure. Oklahoma came in and offered late, but Oklahoma had an excuse why they offered late because they're just been on staff for 2 months. Right. And they offered him when they started offering all the other 2020 kids that they're still offering at that same position. So, and they offered him first so that they knew, and he knew that, hey, look, you're our number 1 person we want at this spot. Now we're going to go offer some other guys because we don't want to throw all of our eggs in one basket.
Right.
He's likely going to flip. I mean, it's no secret to everybody, but that's up to him. In talking to him, he wants to have a decision out in the next couple of weeks. I wouldn't be shocked if it was next week or the week after, so everybody needs to kind of be on standby. And that doesn't mean he's going to flip to Oklahoma. That means he wants to decide whether he's going to stick with Oklahoma State or he's going to flip to OU. That's the gist of his recruitment right now. He has really good offers, but that's where he wants to be. He wants to stay close to his mom.
Another guy's got really good offers, Blayne Toll.
Yep. Right?
But also seems to do that seems like a heavy OU lean.
Yeah. Arkansas is trying to push and come in. I'm from talking to a couple of people, sources that are really close to Blayne and understand the whole dynamic of the Arkansas recruitment, just because they're around a whole bunch of other guys. They kind of see this as Arkansas wanting him to come up here in the next week or so, and they want to sit down, they want to talk about why, in the situation of why they feel like, why Blayne feels like he's being jilted a little bit by Arkansas, or felt jilted. Arkansas offered a little late. Oklahoma offer, I think, was maybe a little after or maybe a little before. They were right around each other, I believe. Don't quote me on that, though. But
too late.
Yeah.
It's a live stream.
Quote. Yeah, whatever. But in fact, it's just that he likes Oklahoma. He came to OU's summer camp last year, wanted to get the offer, really showed out, but obviously that staff's gone. Well, the people that stuck around, meaning Coach Riley, you got your Drew Hills, people like that, even Coach Thibodeau, really pushed this to get approved with Coach Grinch. Grinch went and watched him, saw his film, sees he's really athletic and do a lot of things. Raw knows no technique. I mean, I watched him at the opening, zero technique from this kid. But he's going to be
just a wild spider monkey out there.
He is going to be so good, though, because he's a kid that is good.
Right.
And knows nothing. Like,
right. Goes so raw. Just red meat raw.
You know nothing, Blayne Toll. It rhymes with Jon Snow. But we'll get into that later, people. Just wait. Seriously, he is a really, really good player. If Oklahoma can get him down, and they're trying to get him back down, not just for the Champion Barbecue on July 27th, but for another unofficial before all this done. And so I would expect that camps, they're trying to get him to come up with Jashad Stewart and Kendarius.
Not Taylor.
Not Kendarius Taylor. I went blank on the kid's last name, from West Memphis, Arkansas. Linebacker, has an Oklahoma State offer, has a Vandy offer, has a other couple of P5 offers, and Oklahoma really likes him. And they want to see those two, from what I'm being told, being Jashad Stewart and Kendarius, in camp, and their potential offer guys. So at the linebacker spot. Now, Jashad Stewart, hand in the ground, small school, Arkansas guy, but he goes off and is unbelievable at the Dallas Regional opening and runs a 4.65 at 230 pounds. So he's a guy that when you watch, look, you got to give him a shot and see what he can do standing up.